Girl,
Everybody
it's packed out here tonight.
Please follow the one line, please.
I told you.
IDs out. I need to see IDs. Thank you, ladies. Welcome to Park Ave.
Excuse me. Hello? Can you move? What? Excuse me. Oh my God. You ready to go? Girl, I've been ready.
Hey, girl, hey. We did a whole show not on this show.
Oh, shit.
We literally had like a show-worthy conversation that can't be aired.
It cannot be aired.
Because you niggas can't know. And
y'all can't know.
We have to keep some stuff secret. We do.
But that was a great conversation.
It was a great conversation.
And I can't wait till
it's gonna be good.
transpires.
Yeah,
and,
it's gonna be a good time.
Like,
it's a good time.
People show up.
And drinks and lunch.
And cocktails and lunch.
And cackles. You don't know how I feel about a cocktail and a cackle?
I love it. I can't wait.
No.
I'm going to have binoculars.
No, it's just a lot. But hey, guys. How you guys doing this week? Y'all barely got this show.
Almost. My skin, what is this?
Oh,
the hair of my chin.
How was your week? What's been popping?
I have to go to the doctor.
Are you gonna tell the people this?
Yes.
Oh, this is health issues.
It's health issues.
Ladies, women, this is a women's health segment. Get your life.
Look, I have to go to the doctor. So,
are you healed?
I'm healed.
Okay.
Thank you, Jesus. But this past couple weeks, I've been stressed the fuck out. And I didn't realize how my period would be so integrated within my life, right? Mm-hmm. And so this is what's cool in the city. Making sure
health.
You're healthy and you're not stressed out. Because as women, I feel like we have so much on our plate and we do so much and we want so much and, you know, we have to be this and that, whatever. We forget that our period is one of those things that keeps us regulated. It keeps our bodies normal or whatever.
My shit do show up when it's supposed to show up.
Well, again, so your shit shows up when it's supposed to show up. Mine didn't this month. And for the month of March, I had 3 periods. Three of them. Regular periods. And I started a job at the end of January, and for the whole month of February, it was just so stressful because it was just chaotic. It was the transition from me being a manager to this restaurant and everything. Like, it was just, everything was just very stressful. Mm-hmm. And I felt like it took such a toll on me that come March, it was just like I had period from like March 1 to 31st. And
how you sleep for 7 days and don't die? No,
and I don't know how many females have, how many of you guys have experienced this, like, you know, weird dynamic of your period being off and on or whatever. But this is my first time experiencing this, and I was freaked the fuck out.
As you should have been.
So, like, the second week that my period started, I called my mother and I was crying. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even have enough blood in me to have another whole cycle. And it wasn't like, you know, it was painful. Everything was normal. But it was just like, I'm bleeding again. What the fuck? So I made a call to the doctor, and I was just like, okay, I'm just going to go to the doctor. I'm going to talk to the doctor, let the doctor know what's going on or whatever. And stress is a real thing. Like,
tell what you said they told you had before.
Okay. So
tell the truth.
So this is the thing about going to the doctor's office. Well, Planned Parenthood. So, you know, I don't have
Planned Parenthood still exists?
It does.
I thought they closed them.
God bless Planned Parenthood.
How much it cost to get your...
This shit was expensive. It was expensive.
What was expensive?
It was $80.
Oh, that's actually not bad, though.
No.
To get your vagina checked?
That was just for a conference call, okay? So that's just a she split it open and she said, okay, everything looks normal.
That's $80 is not but $80 doesn't seem bad to get your vagina checked though, for real.
Yeah, but that's not a blood test. That's not a scrape, not scrape test. I don't mean to say the scrape test, but that's not anything.
Oh, she didn't put no thing in it.
No, she just spread it open. She said, okay, everything looks normal. Everything.
Do they charge you more if they need to do more stuff?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh,
so the $80 included a spread open of your eagle.
teach me about Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood, they the $80 because I said, can I just get a consultation because I just have questions. That's all I need.
Consult my vagina.
Consult me with my vagina. I have questions and I just need to talk to somebody about my questions. And luckily they had a shout out to her. I don't even say her name. But God bless her. She was so sweet. And she answered all my questions. And, she looked at my vagina. She said she looked at my cavity. She said, everything looks cool. She said you're going to feel a little pressure. And I felt the pressure. And at first, because it's like you talk to your mom, right? You call your mom and you're like, oh my God, this shit is
I'm not really good with doctors though, because I clench up.
But you call your mom, you say, hey mom, I'm fucked. It's just fucked up, right? Because you're close to your mom.
Yeah.
And it's shit's fucked up. And your mom, and the first thing my mom was like, well, when I was 30 something years old, I had this, and I had my uterus taken out at this time, and
so you thought it was over.
I was like, oh my God,
I'm over with.
Mom, seriously? So I'm going in thinking damn, maybe I have to have my uterus taken out. Maybe. I don't know. Damn, is my nigga gonna like me if my uterus is taken out?
Can't have these babies.
I can't have his babies. Shit. So, I'm talking to the nurse and she's just like, well, when was the last time your mother had a kid? And I said, she had a kid at 37. She's like, oh, girl, you're fine. You're fine. I was like, okay. So then, she started talking to me and then she goes, okay, so it's going to be a little uncomfortable. So, okay, we're going to have to check for chlamydia and gonorrhea. I was just like, okay, well, I don't have chlamydia and gonorrhea symptoms.
Did you have catechesis?
No.
Oh, okay.
I had none of that.
I don't know what gonorrhea looks like.
I don't know what gonorrhea looks like either. But
is it bumps?
No, she said, from what I read, it is,
I don't remember that you remember when you had to be in high school and they make you.
Yeah.
I don't remember what gonorrhea looks like.
So gonorrhea doesn't look like anything for women. Of course, it can be a thing where you can't detect it, but I think honestly, I feel like all STDs can be detected. I feel
like for women, all STDs.
Women,
because the discharge.
It's because if you're infected with something, you're either gonna piss. Your piss hurts, your piss stinks, you're gonna have discharge or something. I just have never met a woman say I have an STD and I never
know that is
a symptom.
Yeah.
Honestly. And so she was telling me okay, well, do you have this, and that? And I'm just like, no. I literally bled. It was not a funky it was nothing. It was nothing of the sorts. It was no discharge. It was no foul odor. It was no urinating, burning while I was urinating. It was none of that. It was just simply blood. A period. And so, so she basically said it was just probably stress, which I agree because I remember the moment where I felt the most stress and I started my period. And she said that, bodies can handle periods differently. And I don't know. I just feel like it's important, you guys. And then she also reminded me how she didn't shame me, but she shamed me.
What did she say?
She said, and it's so awkward going to the doctor, and she's just like, okay, so your last sexual partner, did you get a check before that? And I
yeah, that is shameful.
I said I didn't.
That's shameful.
And she's like, okay. Well,
are you guys using condoms?
Are you? No. I said, and at first I was just like, wait a minute, bitch. Slow down.
What you want to do is judge me.
Slow down. And then they have a nurse, and then they have like a nurse practitioner, and she was just like, so do y'all use condoms? And I was like,
kind of.
I mean, of course. But then I started thinking like,
we don't. That's fucked up.
Oh shit!
So you guys got.
And I was like, oh my god! Ah! And then so she was like, have you ever had a STD? I said, well, I had HPV. And then she goes, girl, that don't count. That ain't even an HPV. That's not even an STD no more. And I was just like, wow. Is
chlamydia still an STD? Wow. I really
yes,
survived
it
something.
is. Obviously.
I really still survived something.
Because she said they only do gonorrhea and chlamydia tests.
Wow, I really survived
$60, which is $60.
I really survived something.
And I said, wow, $60? Y'all gonna tax me $60?
To check my vagina.
To check me?
So
to make sure I don't have chlamydia or gonorrhea?
Wow, I really survived something.
Wow, that's tough. And then after I say...
Where's my group?
Where's my support group?
Where's my support group? For real, I still need it. I'm still terrorized by that chlamydia. I could never get kind of cheese the same.
And look, I kept thinking about you because when the bitch was just like, well, you know, you can easily have chlamydia or gonorrhea. I'm like, no, ma'am.
I listen to a
survivor. I know a chlamydia survivor. I know a survivor.
Let them know. Is there a color for chlamydia? We need to start wearing it. Wow, I need to figure out the chlamydia color. Because, you know, like, autism's like blue or something.
No, because I
Cancer
just...
pink.
No, when she was just like, well, you know, you could easily have chlamydia or gonorrhea. And I was just like...
No, sis.
No, because I know somebody that has chlamydia, that had chlamydia.
That survived.
Chlamydia.
Get your statements together.
And she told me it's very distinctive.
It was.
So I know this is clearly just period.
Yeah.
It's not.
Or something else. It ain't chlamydia.
It's period. It is uterus lining and period.
I know a survivor. But that whole you know a survivor. Listen, don't have that lady. No.
She really tried to scare me. Wow. And then, you know, I was so
Where's the support group?
I was so beside myself, you know, and God bless my mother because I told my mom, you know, and she was just like, well, I'm coming to the doctor's office with you. And I'm like, you cannot hear me say that I sometimes use condoms, mother. You can't hear me say
better than me. My mom would be right there. So yesterday we didn't use one. Fuck that.
So funny story. So my mother came to visit me and
she found condoms?
She found my vibrator.
Ooh, that's so terrible.
So listen.
Where's your vibrator at? I keep mine in my panty drawer, so if y'all come up on my shit, you stole it.
So this is cool in the city. Just hide your vibrators.
Check get your vaginas checked.
Get your vaginas checked.
And hide your vibrators.
Get your vagina. Get a pap smear. I'm getting mine on my next paycheck because...
How much it cost at Planned Parenthood?
Bitch, $120.
I mean, that's worth it to see if you got cancer.
I mean, of course it's worth it. But still, $120? You're gonna... What?
But you don't think I like about Planned Parenthood and when they be closing the bitches down? Because people swear that Planned Parenthood is for, like, abortion.
It's not.
And the fact that you went... And shout out to Planned Parenthood because a lot of you motherfuckers...
That is what's cool in the city. Planned Parenthood.
Because honestly, I know I've never been in that space where I needed an abortion, but I know people who went to get abortions and they be people outside doing a goddamn O's, and then there's other people who really just want to make sure their fucking vagina's not gonna fall the fuck apart.
Listen.
And you bitches is outside.
I woke up that morning with such anxiety because it's like, you know you fucking raw, you fucking these niggas raw.
Wow.
Wow,
the person who judged me on that video.
I'm not saying
let's play the video. Let's play the video back.
I'm not saying me, but I'm just saying, like, we know as women, we know we let niggas slide, right?
Listen, time out.
We know we let
in that video when I said I raw dog, I'm gonna tell you how somebody in that comment section was like, all of us don't raw dog. I care about my lane. But then I looked at her picture and she was ugly and I was like, that's why you're not raw dogging, sis.
Because he's not letting you.
Yeah. He's not letting you raw dog. I'm about to delete that shit.
He's not letting you raw dog.
I'm gonna make that comment because I don't want y'all to
He's
find her.
not gonna raw dog.
I genuinely clicked her profile and that shit was open.
He's not letting you hit her raw dog.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen her pictures and I was like, oh, you're not raw dogging because that nigga's making sure.
He's making sure. Right.
Bad bitches get raw dogged. Bad bitches gotta say no to the raw dog. Let me correct that. Bad bitches gotta say no to the raw dog because ever since I got chlamydia, I've been an advocate for condoms. Bitch, I be drunk as shit looking for a condom.
Listen.
I don't even play that shit. I don't even play that non-condom shit. I don't even play that shit no more.
Listen, so, this lady asked me, she was just like, so, are you sexually active? And I was like, yes, I am. And she was just like, okay, well, you're here, obviously, because, I said my grievances or whatever. And she was just like, okay, well, there can only be a couple of reasons. It's either your thyroid, you have chlamydia or gonorrhea, or, you're just under stress. And I was just like, well, sis, I Googled chlamydia and gonorrhea. It ain't that. And I feel like, okay, well, homeboy would have said if he had something. And then you don't think that he would have?
Homeboys don't be saying when they got shit. No, they do not. I was talking to my homegirl the other day, and she was like, "I know
he would."
No, I'm gonna tell you, and I was shocked. I was talking to my homegirl the other day, and
his penis was on fire.
No, I'm gonna tell you, I was talking.
And I burned him.
No, I'm gonna tell. He would have said something if you burned him. He wouldn't have said nothing if he was already burnt. And a lot of that stuff be dormant in niggas. And niggas be so reckless that every time they pee, it don't burn. It be burning like every other.
No. I'm saying like if I had it and
gave it to him. Yes, if you were the only person he having sex with as well. It's a lot of combinations to this. If he fucking I fucked with a hoe. I was in college. This is after my first chlamydia scare. Some shit went left. This nigga couldn't even like look me in my face and be like, I might have something. I found that shit on some like backwood land shit. And I was just like, wait, what the fuck is going on? And then he came out and told the story. But the problem was saying, oh, I talked you into, technically, because he tricked me. I tricked you into not using condoms because essentially, when we were having sex, he opened it, but never put it on. He opened it and paused.
No.
Like, for real. And I'm like, like now,
That's right.
Yeah. It was right then, but
you raped me.
Yeah. But, I mean, we were like, that was my dude. So, when I realized the condom wasn't on, I was like, well, I probably got whatever it is now. So, let's roll out. But then, the thing was, that set it up for us just not to use condoms at that period, because now we have not used condoms, so it kind of was like that whole back and forth when you have sex.
Yeah.
It's like, we already raw dog. What's the problem? We already raw dog. And it's like, but if you're raw dogging.
What's up with guys and not raw?
Right.
What is up with that?
The issue is not us raw dogging. It's the issue of who else are you raw dogging? So people are not going to come to you and be like, hey, I might have something, because if they don't know where it came from, then they got to say, oh, by the way, I'm fucking other people. Or even if it's one other person, oh, I'm fucking Sarah. They ain't going to be like, I'm fucking Sue, you know what I mean? So that be the problem with that shit. That's why niggas don't be telling shit. That's why I be trusting shit. And I'm like, I be like a hypochondriac behind a fucking condom. I still think I got something when I use a condom.
I don't know. It's just the way that lady.
Let me call.
It's just the way the lady said you either have chlamydia or gonorrhea. And I'm like, and literally when she said
class on chlamydia.
And then when she said it, I started Googling it, and because I'm just thinking like, there's no way I could have something and I don't know about it. Like I don't physically see it.
But that's not true either, because some stuff be dormant based on the person. So that's not everybody.
It's just like.
That's not everybody though. Like, no, it really do. I mean, my chlamydia was like the
extreme.
The extreme
but honestly,
stuff like dormant.
What? Like, I mean, because you have to think.
And you can sleep with somebody. I'm telling you, I just had a conversation.
you can think. Okay, so you can sleep with somebody. So how do they have all of these statistics, right? How do they have all of this shit? These numbers, these all this shit, right? And these people will say, oh, well, I'm burning, I'm this, I'm that, I'm like, whatever. And it has to be something. It can't be one person out of 45 that just randomly
I know
doesn't.
for me, like, my pH has been off on some just irregular shit, and not because I had an STD. And so I'm like, I have an STD, and then I don't. But a lot of people, when they go through stuff like that, like, I remember back in the day, I remember my homegirl had, like, when I was in high school, she had, like, Vagisil. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
She had a yeast infection.
Yeah, but she thought it was a yeast infection, and the Vagisil cleared it up and stuff disappeared, but then it came back. Like, everybody's body don't react the same way to everything. Yeah, okay. You know what I mean?
So what was it?
We still don't know, but then later, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Later, we was all at her house, and she took her panties off, and she's like, what is this? But her chlamydia didn't even look like my chlamydia. My chlamydia looked like cottage cheese. Her shit was like big clumps of like clear, like, what's clear? Like,
tape?
like like white gel. You know the white gel.
Like jelly.
Yeah, jelly. It was like clear jelly.
Did it smell?
It didn't smell like nothing.
Eesh.
But then we like in high school, so I'm like, you said that shit? Because it's before my chlamydia, so I wasn't having sex yet. But they had been fucking too.
Right.
I hadn't had sex yet, so I was just like,
oh wow.
So your body, it depends. A lot of that stuff too. Everybody's not the extreme. Everybody's not that. You know what I mean? So you gotta always just make sure your body's right for you.
But
I'm happy that your period was on for 31 days.
Yeah,
I would have hated for you to join my chlamydia club.
When she was telling me like all this other stuff, and she kept asking me like, you know, what are your signs? What are your signs? And I was just like, period.
And I'm just happy. It's other stuff too, like fibroids. You might have had to get a hysterectomy. It's a bunch of other stuff.
And my mother, she's like, well, you could get a hysterectomy. And I started crying. And I was just like, Mom, I cannot get a fucking hysterectomy at 35.
I know a girl who
I want kids. Like, I want to have a baby. At least one baby.
And that's true because I knew a girl who they thought, well, her mom actually had to get a hysterectomy because of the way her cycle was, that irregular, that heavy bleeding.
Yeah, heavy bleeding.
And she ends up she ended up just going through it because she wanted kids. Yeah. She didn't want to mess with it. So she ended up like, now she has 3 kids, and then she ended up just getting a hysterectomy because after the kids, it actually got worse.
Yeah. So like, you know, my mother, like the last child she had was at 37. And when I was telling her about this bleeding, and I was literally just crying because I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, this is like the 3rd time this month. Like, I don't have enough blood in me. Like, I'm gonna be tired. Like, I'm a mess. And, you know, and she's like talking about, well, maybe you need a hysterectomy. I'm just like, what? A hysterectomy? I can't even have a kid. If I have a hysterectomy, then I can't have a kid.
We can freeze your eggs.
But I don't want that. Like, I want to be able to be walking around and, you know, be pregnant and talk shit to my baby daddy and be like, you my fucking baby daddy.
And say you're eating for 2.
I'm eating for 2. But luckily, you know, the doctor agreed with me. She did her test. She did, you know, whatever. You know, it's important to get pap smears, you ladies.
Shout out again to Planned Parenthood. 120.
Shout out to Planned Parenthood. It's 119 for the Well Woman's exam.
That's total. Is it like
total? Okay. Total. So 120 it is for the Well Woman's exam. That is, of course, them kind of going into your vaginal area and checking to see different cancers, if you have different cancers in your uterus or whatnot. They check to see, you know, like they do mammograms on your Well Woman exam to make sure.
Get y'all life. Pap smears are important.
It is important, you guys. And, you know, unfortunately, I have failed myself because I have not done it in a long time. And when I went and she checked me and, you know, we talked about different things about my health or whatever, I felt so much better. Get your
myself. I've been getting pap smears forever, once a year,
right?
Annually.
It's every 6 months if you're sexually active, or it's every partner.
I do mine once a year.
It's every partner. And you're supposed to get tested every partner. So that's what's cool in the city. Get tested every partner, new partner that you have. You know, we understand that sometimes life gives us lemons and we want to make lemonade. And that
life gives y'all lemons and y'all trying to fuck. So just get tested.
Just get tested. Make sure you know your status. It's important. And, you know, just know your health, because your internal health is different. Like, I've never really been like super sick before, right? Ever. But I've had this it's like an internal hurt on my tooth forever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And well, it's been like since I went to Hawaii, and my mother, she came down because my mother came with me to the doctors, and so I was telling her, I was like, oh my God, my tooth hurts so bad, I feel like it's gonna fall out. And so she gives me this antibiotic. Literally took the antibiotic, fell asleep. The next morning, it just literally, like, everything just, it's like, I felt brand new.
Y'all get checked. Like,
get checked. Like,
no, for real, I don't play that shit. Like
for real. Okay, get checked.
And your dentist is every 6 months, good sis. Get your VAS checks. Check your boob. Every time somebody mentions breast cancer, when I take a shower, I like touch my boobs.
But it's just like
you realize, like, I know people who have found lumps just because they were like personally checking, but just in general, just make sure you go to the doctor, set your appointments.
But and it's not even just that. It's just like you can like check yourself like while you're in the shower. It's just a lot of things that are preventative you could do for yourself.
It's a lot of stuff you can do if you get checked when you're supposed to get checked.
Yeah.
A lot of people wait so long, and it's at the dire point when it could have been fixed. So just always stay healthy, my friends.
Just like
I'm happy you didn't have to come join the chlamydia club.
I thought about you. I said I don't want to be like that.
Don't do it. I really am still. That shit was down there. I was 18.
But I told the doctor, I was just like, you know, she was just like, well, maybe it's chlamydia. And I'm just like, it's not. It's not.
I know a girl.
I know a girl, and she told me everything about chlamydia.
Weekly. We weekly talk about her chlamydia.
I mean, there's nothing of the sort that's going on.
That chlamydia really fucked me up. That was 14 years ago.
But you know what? You blessed me, because now I went to let me tell you how much you blessed my life.
14
years
I
went to the doctor, and she tried to tell me maybe it's chlamydia or gonorrhea. Well, I don't have discharge.
It don't look like cottage cheese.
It don't look like cottage cheese, sis.
It don't.
So, you know, and she was just like, well, maybe.
Girl.
She was like, you know what?
Did chlamydia change in the 14 years?
She said, let's do a test. So, you know, she spread me out. She put her thing with whatever those tongs are.
Ooh.
And she spread me, and it was tough. I had to take deep breath. You know,
because
she's checking my fibroids.
My vagina turned to the left, so I can't.
She was checking my fibroids. God bless her. She was checking, and you know what? And I never felt, I was so uncomfortable. But then, you know, when she was talking to me, I was just like, sis, thank you.
Bitch, I go, listen.
And she's, you know, she's like, you're gonna feel some pressure. I got 2 fingers,
and I'm gonna tell y'all, honestly, tell y'all doctors the truth too. Y'all like.
Yeah,
every time I go to the doctor, and the doctor, so y'all know I had bronchitis and like a lung infection. They were like, so how much do you drink? And I was just like, oh,
an ounce a day.
Like a shot every, like, I don't even remember the last time. If that bitch would scroll to my IG, she would have known I was out the night before. That, like, you be embarrassed to tell these people who already are looking in your body the truth.
You have to
and your body shows a story
of
they
what
know.
You're not telling.
Yeah, they already know what's up. They see that shit, the way your body looks and the way they already know.
Because she said, lay back. I'm gonna look in your vagina.
So you had sex with 7 people. It's like, wait, what? So you had 12 drinks yesterday. Like,
so look, you said lay back. we're going to see what your vagina looks like. And I said, is this a part of the $80? And she said, yeah, it's part of the $80. So I'm just going to look.
Cut your leg up.
And so I said, okay. And then, you know, and at first I had my underwear on. She's like, can you take those off? So I was like, okay. So she's like, you're going to feel a little pressure. I felt the pressure. And she put that
thing and they open.
She opened it up. And she said, everything looks normal. Everything looks good. So we're just going to go ahead and blame this on stress because I don't see anything different.
Telling you.
I was like, oh my God.
So happy. So happy I had to join the club, sis. It's stressful.
You know, and I'm glad I didn't, and praise God, you know.
I'm ready to do a 12-step program behind it.
But you know what? God is good, and I'm not going to complain. Like I said, I feel like I was stressed out just by the factors of everything that was happening at that moment, at that time. I feel like I was stressed out, and you know, my only concern was like, okay, well, when am I ovulating? When am I going to have ovulation? And you know, God forbid that I have sex on the day that I ovulate, because I don't know, because I had 3 periods. Yeah, there is an app for that, but I had 3 periods, and the app doesn't.
Doesn't know irregularities.
Yeah, apps don't know irregularities, ladies. So let's just go ahead and put that out there. Apps do not know irregularities, and so if you've had multiple periods in 1 month, like myself, you've been stressed out. It's not going to track your ovulation, and God bless. Just there we are.
So this week, my Women Crush Wednesday goes to Margaret Maggie Pierce, played by Kelly McCreary on Grey's Anatomy. So I was one of those people who watched Grey's Anatomy from like the conception, like the pilot of Grey's Anatomy. And I remember I stopped watching it like sometime in college. It started when I was in high school, but I stopped watching it sometime in college around 2005 or 6 because probably 2007, 8. Because they legit killed the original cast, damn near. Everybody that came in with Meredith Grey got killed off, all the interns, or they left, or something happened. But when one day I was randomly like watching TV and I seen Maggie. And the episode I watched was when Maggie said that she was Meredith's half-sister. I instantly got interested in Grey's Anatomy again. And I started watching it on Netflix from the beginning, but then also watching the current season. So the current season, I think the season Maggie came in was like 10 or 11. I started watching Netflix from 1. So I was watching them like concurrently because I had missed like clearly seasons 7, 8, 9, and 10 when I decided to like not watch the show anymore because, you know, Shonda doesn't care about killing people.
Absolutely not.
She will kill the main character in a minute and don't give a fuck. But anyways, so the reason Maggie is my Woman Crush Wednesday is because she's just like a bad bitch scholar. She graduated med school at 19. She was head of the heart department by 27. And the reason she is such a effing brainiac is because she is Ellis Grey and Richard Redber's love child. So that adds a better element to it because she actually is Meredith's half-sister. And then Richard Redber had this long affair with Ellis. He wanted kids. His wife couldn't give him kids. And he had a kid that Ellis gave away without telling him. And it was just a whole mess. So Maggie now works at Grace Sloan Memorial. And, you know, Richard knows that's his child. Meredith accepted her because Meredith was a total bitch. But Meredith finally accepted her as her sister. Maggie feels more whole. And Maggie is also dating her stepbrother, basically, Jackson Avery. Her biological dad is married to Catherine Fox Avery. Catherine Fox Avery had Jackson Avery. But somehow him and Maggie decided, you know, they want to be in love. And I actually like Jackson and Maggie as a couple because I know a lot of people don't like Jackson because they want Jackson and April. They like Jackson and April better. But I actually kind of stand for Maggie and Jackson. I think aesthetically everyone looks good. I love the way, because you watch Grey's Anatomy?
No.
Catherine Avery is played by Debbie Allen, and Debbie Allen aged well as fuck. And Debbie Allen is gorgeous still. And like, she still has her dance studio in California. She's still a bad bitch. And so her and Richard Webber is also just a very handsome gentleman. So this cute little black family on Grey's Anatomy just warms my little heart, even though Maggie and Jackson are like step brother and sister. Kind of. Secretly. They are. But yeah. So Maggie is a scholar. She a bad bitch. Her hair is always bomb. She's super cute. Jackson's fine. I mean, who graduates med school at 19?
Nobody.
It's just she's everything. So shout out to Margaret Maggie Pierce. She's everything on Grey's Anatomy. I still stand that show. I watch it every Thursday. I don't even understand how that show is still as good as it is. Yeah, shout out to Grey's Anatomy. I live. And also this week, Braxton Family Values started back.
Ooh.
They should still cancel it, but I mean, I'm happy.
So did they start off with Tamar's birthday and Trina's engagement at the same time?
No. They just Braxton Family Values start off the same way every season.
I feel like there are sisters that are like, I feel like they're so competitive with each other.
The show started off the same way it always started off, with them saying, I haven't seen such and such since
like 6 months.
Yeah.
Since the last
time we taped and blah, blah, blah. So it's just like, wow, nothing's changed. And it's just, they could cancel that show, honestly. Because I never cared about Tawanda's storyline to begin with. And I'm still not a fan of, because even when Tamar did that, it was like, that wasn't your birthday weekend. That was just... Yeah. That wasn't your real birthday and you like 45.
Yeah, and it's sis.
It's not your real birthday. Like you had I remember seeing your birthday party somewhere on IG. That wasn't your actual real life birthday party. This is like a couple of weeks later. And it's not even, if you felt a way about your sister getting engaged, that's something y'all talk about privately. You were on IG Live and you typed in so the world could see, look at him trying to propose to her. So you didn't even offer your sister and her new fiance a moment to say, hey, we're engaged.
That's some hater shit.
So that is some hater shit. And if people's like, I mean, I understand her. No, her birthday was like 2 fucking weeks ago. What the fuck you mean, bitch?
And then she's old as fuck.
You old as fuck. Who gives a fuck about a birthday? You're not turning... Okay, you're turning like
25.
I give you
35.
I give you 18. I give you kids' ages. But even at kids' ages, I'm pretty low key.
25, 30.
I know. I give you 18, 21, 25, 30, 40.
35. 35
I'll give you 35. I give you 30, 40, 50. And then after that, by the time you get to 30, I give you the decade. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I give you 18, 21, and 25. But that's me. But my thing is, you had a party. I legit remember seeing you having a party on IG. And it's not even if you felt a way about them getting engaged. It's the fact that you posted it on IG Live for the blogs and Instagram and the shade room.
To have a comment.
Yeah, and now this woman's engagement is now directed to you and your birthday. So she can't even, it's not even on the blogs like she got engaged. She got engaged on Tamar's. Yeah, or Tamar is upset because and that's that shit that Nene on Real Housewives be doing. I haven't watched the whole season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, but I watched the reunion show and Eva said something about making things about you that should not be about you. And Tamar did all that, and I just seen them on Steve Harvey's show, and she was like, I'm sorry, but it's like, bitch, you always sorry. And people are like, oh, she's growing. No, you doing some shit and then saying sorry is not you growing. That's you doing the same shit. You not doing the shit that makes you say sorry is actually you growing. Yeah. So I don't know. I can't relate.
I watched her on Celebrity Big Brother, and I was just so... I like Tamar.
I've been the only one I like Toni.
I mean, I like Tamar, but it's just sometimes I feel like her energy is so...
draining.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
That I feel like it's like you're pushing an agenda that nobody wants to pressed upon them.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's something about, I even let you live off that Big Brother shit, even though I thought she was a tyrant for everything I saw.
I felt like
I didn't watch the show. The clips that were put upon me, it was just like, oh, how do y'all deal? But just that with Trina, somebody getting engaged, and I watch the same daytime TV shows every morning. I watch Wendy Williams, I watch part of The Real, I watch part of Sister Circle. Trina really wanted to be engaged.
Absolutely.
And she begged, like, basically was begging on that show for a ring and mentioning all the time how she wanted to be married. And for you to be on IG Live and then to post, like, look, he trying to propose. This is not the right moment. For you to tell that they got engaged and didn't offer them a moment to announce it, or even if they didn't want to announce it immediately, maybe they wanted to just have a moment like, we're engaged, let's do this off camera, let's get your kids, my kids, let's have a moment. You didn't even offer her that moment. And
because it's not about family at this point.
Yeah, and
it's about fame
and then two, it's like clearly the cameras was there, so we want to see it on Braxton Family Values. What if that should have been just showed on Braxton Family Values and not just told on IG Live? Because you
look like a hater. You look like a hater,
and the way Tamar's personality is set up, she would have died and been saying how everybody's against her if that was done to her. So it's just, and to me, the apologies, that whole I'm sorry, then I be like sometimes on IG reading comments and people be like, she's growing because she said sorry. It's like, no, she's essentially saying sorry for the same bratty ass. Yeah, the same bratty ass, moody attitude.
Yeah.
It's just, it's weird. But I mean, I watched it, but I was really watching Wait to see Birdman and Toni. Can somebody tell me when that episode comes on? Because I told y'all what I wanted. I wanted a Birdman and Toni special.
We're gonna get one.
I pray we do.
I know he's gonna.
Well, because you know when Birdman, because I seen the preview when Birdman said I'm not dating the family, I felt that nigga. I was like, Birdman basically said I'm giving her dick, not y'all.
What? Come on, baby. You can call me baby Brian. You can tell me what you feel. Hey,
baby said I'm dicking her down.
You can call me baby Brian.
Birdman said I'm having pillow talk with her. I don't understand.
You can call me baby Brian.
I'm stroking her. I'm with her. I don't understand why we having there's a lot of comments. It's a lot of comments for some dick I'm not giving.
My nigga said you can call me baby Brian. You can
call me what you feel with the platinum teeth and a platinum chain, a platinum watch, and a platinum ring. Hey. It's a life. I fucks with Cash Money. Juvie and Bourbon got an album out right now called Just Another Gangster. Listen to Tonight. That's my song.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I'm waiting for. And I also stand the fact that Toni never show up to nobody's shit. And when she do, she leave early. So like the end of the last episode, Tamar was on that tour with Snoop. And then Toni was there for like 15 minutes and was like, I just gotta go. I'm just so stressed out. And I was just like, Toni, no, she never shows up to their shit. And I don't know why.
She shouldn't.
She shouldn't.
She shouldn't.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. No, I knew Toni was shit when Tracy wanted her to like go down the street for her like signing, and Toni said she wanted to watch black and white movies and drink champagne. And I was like, Toni, you want to do nothing. Essentially, you want to do nothing, Toni. Is that not nothing? And she was like, can you please come? I would love for you. She was like, no, I just want to watch black and white movies and drink champagne. And I'm just like, wow. Nothing.
I don't want to do anything.
You just don't want to do nothing. You just don't want to be bothered.
My stomach hurts.
And then when Tamar had that Love and War tour, she was like, I seen the clips on YouTube. Wow, Toni. Wow. Toni, you didn't show up to that girl's shit? Toni don't show up to nobody's shit.
I saw the clips on YouTube.
Toni don't care because Toni's never impressed by nothing. At this point, there's nothing another sister can do that Toni hasn't done, and it's funny.
My sister said, I saw it on YouTube.
She did. She's like, I'm so excited for her. I saw the clips on YouTube. And I'm like, Toni, you didn't go see her show? I love Toni. This is why Toni's my favorite. I know that sounds terrible, but Toni's my favorite because she really is above these bitches.
Yeah,
and I live.
Damn. Imagine if your siblings said, I saw it. I saw.
Imagine if the place where you trying to sign autographs is literally down the street, and it was like, we'll drive. And Toni was like, no, I just want to watch black and white movies and drink champagne. Toni told her that essentially Toni just wants to stay home. And she's like, can you please come? I just need you to see that. Toni was like, no.
My good said, I saw your clips on YouTube.
She did. Toni left. Toni took them pictures with Snoop and was like, all right, I'll see y'all later, and started packing her shit up. And It was like, why is Toni leaving?
I love it.
Toni jumped in that Tesla that Birdman bought her for her birthday and took her ass home. And I was like, I feel her.
I don't have time. I saw you on YouTube.
She was like, actually, I do Broadway. I don't know what this is.
I don't know what this is.
I do Broadway. I don't know what this is. That's why I get like, I feel like Toni gives a vibe of like, what are
y'all doing?
This is hole in the wall. Are you going to the Fox Theater? No, I'm at such and such. No, I don't know what that is. Like, I feel like Toni, I feel like Toni asked them like what theater they're gonna be at, and they did shit that ain't. Toni be like, where's that?
And they're like, it's the Ronald McDonald House Theater.
Yeah, like,
she's like,
I don't. What is it? Did they just build it? And that's why I stand Toni. Y'all gonna get that legend her respect. Y'all gonna get that 7-time Grammy winner her respects. That bitch got like 15 Grammy nominated. Y'all gonna give my good sis her respects. Toni really did pack her bag and walk out of that shit though. It's like and then Toni be so dramatic. I'm just so stressed out. It's like Toni, nothing happened.
I'm frustrated.
But nothing happened. I watched the episode. Nothing happened, Toni. What happened? What happened, sis?
They're at the Ronald McDonald House for the wrong reason.
Toni be so dumb. Toni told that girl she seen them clips on YouTube. I never forgot that episode. But yeah, shout out to Braxton Family Values. I'm still waiting on the episode with man. And him telling them that y'all ain't got nothing to do with this dick I'm giving Toni. And I feel him.
Yeah.
And I get it. And y'all need to watch The Dirt on Netflix. It's Motley Crue's biopic.
I saw that you posted that.
Did you watch it?
I did not watch it because me and my mother were watching Animal Planet last night.
Oh, your mom's still here?
She was here yesterday. She left this morning.
So y'all get your life. The Dirt is Motley Crue's story. White rock bands in the 80s and 90s have nothing on rappers. Nothing. Them motherfuckers was tearing shit up and being a mess. Okay? So, and if y'all don't know, Motley Crue has Nikki Sixx in it, and my Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee married Heather Locklear back in the day. It's just a whole, he ended up having marrying Pamela Anderson. He got that big dick. They had that sex tape.
Yeah.
What video was it where he had that sock over his dick?
Yeah, sex tape with Pamela Anderson.
But they end up having, somebody did a music video and it was him and Pamela Anderson. That's when he had like a sock over his dick as a joke.
I don't know.
Yeah, but apparently it's a white boy with a big dick and they got 2 kids. But neither here nor there. So this week, did you see Gabrielle Union
and her baby, and then the kids at the gay pride?
How do you feel? I've seen a lot of comments. How do you feel?
At the end of the day,
Zion is the one. Zion is the one that wanted to go to gay pride. It's Dwayne Wade's
middle son,
and Zaire is the older son. Yeah, so it was the middle one.
At
Zion.
the end of the day, I feel like kids are people. And
he's 11.
And kids are people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that as Black people, we try to diminish or we try to put kids in a box because they're children or they don't know shit or whatever the fuck. And I'm so happy that they support whatever he supports. And there's nothing like family support. And I think that goes a long way, and that's going to help him. Not to say that he's gay or, he's going to grow up a homosexual, whatever.
No, he's gay.
Well, whatever the fuck he is, I think that unity is showing him that they support him. Because you have to think of, there's so many Black families that shun that.
I'm with it.
That.
Yeah, I'm with it.
And I just think that is so important that people support people regardless of age and
but I don't like the fact that people keep saying age because 11's like what 5th or 6th grade. Because I know my first crush was 3rd grade. It was a guy named Kyle Harris.
Yeah.
My first boyfriend was 5th grade.
Yeah.
It was Kyle Harris.
My first kiss
my first crush was Jonathan Porter. My first boyfriend was Kyle Harris. And my first kiss was in 6th grade.
My first kiss was Steven Martinez, and he was in kindergarten.
So
I was on him.
Yeah, you was on that nigga head.
I was on his head.
On his head. ABCs, 1, 2, 3. Give me a kiss, nigga.
Story time.
Nap time.
Nap time.
Cuddle me, sis.
Cuddle me.
Shit. No, but the idea of an 11-year-old doesn't know what he likes is weird because I don't ever remember liking girls, hence why I'm not gay. I always knew I liked boys at some point. Like I said, my first kiss was in 6th grade. Zion is 11. Y'all don't think he knows what makes his heart pitter-patter?
But at the same time, he's not like us. He didn't grow up like us. He's not growing up like us. He's growing up in affluence. He's growing up.
What I gotta do with knowing your sexual orientation?
I mean, I feel like Dwayne Wade is not like, I don't want to say like, you know, our parents were a little bit. No,
because my mom was very open. If my mama would have been a good gay kid parent, so I don't think that's true. My mama don't have as much money as Dwayne Wade. The only thing I would think is different for Zion than us is I feel like sexual orientation and sexual exploration can happen faster because of the internet and social media. So I think kids could get there faster because of how the internet and how stuff is.
I can see
and
that.
how TV is now. When I was growing up, they didn't have gay couples and stuff. Grey's Anatomy's full of gay couples.
Yeah.
How to Get Away with Murder is gay couples. Empire. I think now kids can identify with the feelings more faster than kids who grew up in my time or before me could.
I just like the fact that there's supportive people around him. And regardless of what it is that he feels, or because I mean, all I just saw pictures of him at Gay Pride.
I follow Gabrielle Union. I remember when he had the wedge sneakers on, and that was a big deal. I remember his poses. He had like not super masculine poses. So
at the end of the day, I mean, if he's an EJ Johnson,
just at the end of the day, I just think it's nice.
I am grateful that there are parents that support whatever, because, you know, you have a lot of parents that are homophobic and that they want their kids a certain way and they have to.
And then those kids have to. And the thing is, I know a lot of people. Hard. I have a homeboy whose family was super accepting of him, and the thing was like him getting jumped at school and getting his legs broke because at the time it wasn't like the cool thing to do. But luckily he had this great support system and he's a good, well-rounded person. And I think at the end of the day, and somebody said it on Twitter, if you think you can't raise a gay child, then you don't need to have children. And I feel the kind of same way about kids with disabilities and anything. If you might not get the child that you have in your mind, are you willing to raise that child regardless is always the question. You know what I mean? And I think people, especially now because I don't have kids, I mean, I think about kids and what they could be a lot, and not in my perfect mind of a little Ebony that, you know, isn't as sassy as me, but still has my fire. And I let go of this perfect child image and, you know, got down to the nitty gritty. What do you really want? You want a healthy child. You want a child that's nice to people. You want a child. It's other stuff that's way more important than, you know, gay or straight. Honest. It really is. And, you know, I don't know. I think it's super dope. I mean, like I said, for me, I pray that, especially too, because I do have a lot of gay friends. I hope, like, I don't switch sides on nobody when I have a kid and then be like, you know, because I've seen people do that. You hang out with gay people, but then have a gay kid, and all of a sudden being gay is a problem. It's like, but you be hanging out with such and such, so you're not accepting. So I think it's hella dope, and I think it's extra dope because I know a part of Dwayne Wade had to take a hit because it kind of feels like he's super masculine. He's an athlete. He's black. He like from the rough streets of Chicago. Like, but he's extreme.
That's the thing. Like, that is like what's so amazing about it is that we can overlook what we think we are and just allow people or allow a person to be who they are. And that is just so to me is what's most important,
And it
is that
should be.
like we can think, oh, I'm masculine.
Because you know Magic Johnson and EJ Johnson.
I do this, I do that. I'm a fucking like I got.
But you know, it took Magic when I watched Magic and EJ Johnson's story, how like it took Magic was just like, what the fuck you like? Not what the fuck you mean, but he was like, wait,
this is
what?
different.
Like I play basketball. I'm motherfucking Irvin Magic Johnson,
and I got
this flamboyant gay son.
Yeah.
And then he said like EJ said like one day randomly his dad came and hugged him, and he said the way his dad hugged him, he knew they would be okay. And I just think that's beautiful because I know black people.
Yeah, we have a
black
hard time
males,
with things. We have a hard time with things.
Yeah, so I just think it's beautiful that people, you know, let people explore for their age range. Because gay pride, I'm sorry, I've been to gay pride a few times. I don't see other straight kids, babies, the people who commented on gay pride, I knew have never been to gay pride.
Gay pride is the most amazing time in life.
It's a good time. And for them to like, people were so extreme, like, no, it's overly sexual. I'm like, it's the middle of the day. What do y'all think they do? Y'all think they having sex on these floats? They chilling.
I think it also, you know, as gay pride is almost as equal as like building tolerance for people, because you are cultivating tolerance for people to be who they want to be, how they want to be, in whatever regard they want to be in. And you're still saying, hey, that's okay. If you want to be X, Y, and Z, that's cool. I'm still going to fuck with you because, you know, whatever your preference is. I just think that that's great. And I think that Gabrielle and Dwayne are doing a fantastic job of cultivating that acceptance, because
the older brother too, because
to not be accepted for... And it's not even just not being accepted, but to not be not being supported is really hard.
And for the older brother also to go, because I get the parents, but to see his older brother was the one that I was like, damn, look at his older brother.
I think that's amazing.
And his older brother was getting his life down. Older brother had...
Gay people are fun, man. Y'all gotta fucking stop that shit. Gay people are amazing. They have a great fucking time.
I genuinely like men who are so confident in their sexuality that they don't care. Like, he had on like a rainbow headband and was getting his life.
I don't understand. Like, I love it. Like, gay pride in Houston is amazing.
Do yourselves a favor and actually go to gay pride. It's actually
gay pride in Houston is so fucking fun. Like, just okay. Imagine being a female going into a arena full of men, and everybody is commenting about how fucking fabulous you look. They just, all they want to do is dance. Everybody just wants to dance. All I want to do is dance. You want to dance. He wants to dance. He wants to dance. He wants to dance. That is nobody wants to bother you. Nobody wants to rape you. Nobody wants to.
Even though I did go to a gay club and some girl did get super aggressive with me.
No, I'm saying, dog. Like, when I worked at the health department and we had to do these like, you know, because, you know, we had like the HIV, STD department, whatever. And man, that was like the best fucking time, was their gay pride. Gay pride was so much fun. Like, the floats, the like, you know, how they would dress up and shit. Like, that was the best time ever. So shout out to Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade for supporting their son in his efforts of whatever the fuck he's trying to be.
I live. So this week our topic is recovering from, I don't know how to say it, gender roles in relationships. There we go. Recovering from gender roles in relationships.
There we go.
There we go, friends. So, do you believe in male and female roles?
Yes.
And what is yours?
Yes. But I think gender roles, I honestly feel like every couple is different. Mm-hmm. And I think that every couple should establish what they're comfortable with.
So you don't believe in the traditional male and female roles in relationships?
It just depends, because I don't want to take out the trash. I don't want to take out the trash every day. I don't want to take out the trash. I don't mind washing the dishes. I don't want to fix shit. If my car needs to, oil needs to be changed, I don't want to fix it.
So do you believe in it financially?
I can honestly say that my mother did not raise me to be a financially dependent person. She raised me to be independent. And she harpooned it in me that if I wanted something, if I needed something, I had to get it myself. I can't depend on people. You can never, that's one thing that I will always remember her telling me, is that you can never depend on people to get something for you. Not even me. If you want something, you go get it yourself. You get it yourself. If you want that, you go get it. I'm not going to get it for you. You're going to get it yourself. And she drilled that in me. And so now, and I guess that's why I feel like I could not date somebody or marry somebody. And I hate that saying, like, you marry somebody for love or money or whatever. But like, I would rather love somebody and marry them versus loving somebody for their money, because I could be really miserable. And I know it makes you uncomfortable.
No, I mean, you're that's fine. I just
was like honestly, like my mother, and I feel like my mother instilled in me what I feel like she wished her parents would have instilled in her. And she created, me from her. But that's just how I feel. Like, that's how I've always been raised. Like, I've never, like, so gender roles are weird, because I can do on my own. I can get on my own. Whatever I want, I can get it. If I work hard enough for it. If I decide to work hard enough for it. If it's worth me working hard enough for it, I can get it. So, it's just one of those things where.
Yeah, no, because I believe in male and gender female roles to like the T. And that's only because the women I know in my family who married people who where they end up being the alpha and the guy wasn't, it didn't work. And the women I know who in my family who aren't as aggressive or alpha as like one of my moms or one of my aunties, they happen to stay married for years. It's been decades at this point. They got kids and families and grandkids at this point. Yeah. So for me, I don't want to bring home the bacon and cook it. So I can't make more money than the nigga I'm with. We can be even, but I would never want to make more money than a guy I'm with, because I'm not going to respect you. You ain't going to be able to run me and I pay the bills. Period. Like, that's just not. And I know that from my natural personality, and I know that from watching the people who my personality is like in my family. Yeah. They ended up in divorce. Yeah. I don't want to be. We can have a conversation about stuff, and not that you're gonna run me, because I always will have an opinion. I'm an alpha too, and I got a lot to say, and I can be male oriented in a lot of ways, but it could never be me running the show, because I will run over you. And I know that about me.
But I mean, okay, so what if you meet a guy that, one, he doesn't make as much as you.
I probably won't talk to him. We would never get that far, but go ahead. We can go with your theory. Go ahead.
But you don't know that, though.
I know that for sure. I know the questions. No, I know the questions I ask.
You don't know.
You can't tell. I'm gonna tell you why I know that. I don't let people get in the front door in the first place. I'm not a person who be like, oh, you work at Kroger's?
I'm not saying I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
Kroger's.
a nigga work at Kroger's, Ebony. I'm saying that what if the person that you spend the rest of your life with, like, okay, so hypothetically, like, not even hypothetically, you move up in these ranks of life, right? Mm-hmm. God blesses you to where whatever it is that you want to do, you move up, right? Mm-hmm. But you meet a man that is still, and I'm not saying he works at Kroger's, but he has a pretty good job. He has a good job. He makes what, $180,000 a year.
How much am I making?
You're making maybe like $500 to almost.
I wouldn't talk to somebody making $100,000. I was making $500,000. I know that of myself though, because I will only talk to people. I'm only attracted to bosses to begin with. So,
but what if he's a boss in his area?
You could be a boss in your area, but you're still not a boss to me if you making your area and me making $500,000. Now I'm in an arena of men who are probably making $500,000 and more.
But what if they're all assholes?
That's fine. I'm probably gonna marry an asshole anyway.
But why would you want to marry an asshole?
But I'm probably gonna marry an asshole anyway because I'm half an asshole. Like I'm half. No. I know my characteristics. I don't want nobody soft. I know that about me.
No, we're not saying.
I don't want to push over.
We're not saying that. I don't want that either.
And I don't want anybody where I can have too much authority over. If I'm
not saying that either.
No, I'm telling you. If I'm telling you for sure for personality. If I'm making $400,000 more than you, there's just a level of respect that I'm personally not going to give you. That has nothing to do with him being a nice guy. That has nothing to do with nothing. But that's what I'm saying. So we would never be able to. You're
going to discredit somebody for making $180,000.
If I'm making $400,000, yes.
Okay, so $300,000.
You need to catch me at like 150, maybe 2. But I'm telling you, I've watched marriages in my family literally fall apart, and I knew what it was about. The women were making more money than the man, and something about the natural bossiness of them making more money and just their natural being added to the fact that they made more money, it became a parent-child relationship. And I don't want to belittle anybody like that. And I don't want to be that person because I've seen what that person looked like multiple times. And not just on one person. Mm-hmm. I've seen it on 4 fucking people that literally share my DNA and blood.
Right.
It would not work for me. When I date boys, when I date men now, and I don't even have shit. But if it's in a way that I know I can still kind of trump you, my natural being is to trump you. But what if they can't? But what if
they can't?
Can't trump
if
me?
You can't. Okay, so let's talk now. Let's talk reality, like right now. So if a guy has more than you and he can't trump you, so what?
If he has more than me, he can't trump me?
He's financially more stable than you. Than you. And he can't trump you. He's not.
But I don't talk I don't talk to pushovers either because.
But he's not. I'm not saying that he's a pushover. I'm saying he's not somebody that you can push over.
He has more money than me, and I can't push over him. Then let's get married. I can't push over you, and you have more money than me. Perfect. I don't want to be. I know me. I know my natural personality. I know when I see a way to get out of something or get into something or belittle a person. I have to stop myself a lot of times and argue. That's why I don't argue with people. I definitely don't argue with people I love, and I care about because my natural being is to start to strip away at insecurities, and I know what I be doing, and I know what I be doing, so I be stopping myself because a lot of stuff don't really hurt my feelings. So you say a lot of shit to me, I'm like, bitch, I really don't give a fuck, but I know you care about this.
Right.
And because I do that, I know in relationships why I can't be offset.
Okay, so how many guys have you been with that has been super just financially more stable than you?
Like if we went out of 100%, 98 of them. 98% of them. I don't play that shit. But I know what I look for.
So even the last guy, okay. So the guy that was like, you were ready to have his kid for him.
He had money. Florida. Yes, he owned his own business. He had money. Hence why I was trying to. It was perfect. He was my age, because usually I go for older. I go for older because I like stability anyway. So older has always added stability to me, because if you older and you ain't stable, it's like, what the fuck? I'm talking to you for in the first place. But yeah, it was just a mess with the baby mama and all that. But no, I wouldn't have entertained him to move back home and be broke. I was entertaining it because he still had more than what I had, and we could have built together. And when I mean more, in my mind, people, when I say it sometimes, I know some girl was like, you expect somebody to have $1 million. It's not that. I don't want somebody, if you do, that's perfect. But it's not necessarily 1,000, 100 billion times more than me. I need to be offset, because I know that if I am the breadwinner, and I naturally like to be domesticated. I do not mind cooking. I do not mind cleaning. Mm-hmm. I don't mind fucking. I like everything about being a woman in a way that I could be a Stepford wife. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Genuinely like everything about being a woman in the childbearing and raising the kids.
Barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen. That's what you want to do.
No, even if it's not even that, it's just, I don't mind being a woman. And I don't want to be the breadwinner and the woman. I wouldn't be happy being, like I said, I can't bring home the bacon and cook it. And I know that works for some people, and that's fine for the people who go to work, the women who go to work and their husband take care of their kids. If that works for you and y'all don't have no combativeness and y'all marriage is not going to fall apart, that is fine. But for me specifically, even if we're going to be a couple and we're both a power couple, I want to be a power couple in a space where you still have a little more than me and a little more clout than me, and I still could be, half domesticated, or we could share the domestication. If we're going to be a power couple, let's share the domestication. Let's decide who's going to pick up the kids or cook the dinner or order the dinner. That's fine. But it's no way in my right mind that I can make the money and still have to deal with somebody like who doesn't make enough money and not picking up the kids, because I see a lot of marriages like that too. I know more marriages like that. It's a lot of people try to tell you. I read an article and they say men make more than women, which is true. But I know a lot of people who are married.
There's a lot of women that make more than their men.
No, but men do make more money than women. Men make $1 more, 88 cents for a woman, $1 for a man. But that aside, the people I know, or the people I've met surrounded by me, I know a lot of women who actually are more financially savvy, make more money, have better careers than their husbands. And the fact is, they still come home and be these wives. They cook, they clean, they the ones up with the kids early in the morning, they the ones taking them to camp or soccer or football or whatever the fuck got going on. They're the ones who looking for the babysitter when shit need to get done. They have all this responsibility. And I just know I would not be happy with a better career and more money and this full responsibility on kids. But on the flip side, I wouldn't be comfortable being the breadwinner and he stays home and be, that role.
Right.
Because in reality, let's look at all the roles where people are housewives and the men make more money than the wife. They be horning shit out the housewife. So for me, and if I do make more money, I don't want it to be this substantial amount, because that'll just be too much of an offset for my soul.
Why?
It will be.
So what if you get to the point to where you are where you want to be at, like personally? Like, it's not even about like you being married or whatever. It's just like you are where you're at, wherever you want to be, to the higher echelons of what you feel you want to be. Latoya Ebony, right? And then you meet somebody that's not necessarily where you're at, but you love them and you see they love you.
It's so nice that you think we will get that far, but go ahead.
But listen, like, so you're going to just marry somebody based off of what they can do?
No, but see, you're taking what I'm saying the wrong way. You're making it about money. I'm saying that I already know me. You keep bringing other people like, well, what if such and such? I probably won't give such and such a time of day anyway. I'm not going to marry somebody I do not love. I'm not marrying for money solely. Of course, I'm going to love the person I marry. I don't want to be in a marriage for money because I seen what happens with that. Them bitches don't work out either. I'm definitely going to love the person I'm with. I also know I'm not going to pay attention to a lot of people when I get to a certain arena. It's like saying, oh, you're the VP of the company, so why won't you holler at the male guy? No, I'm probably going to holler at another VP or the president. That's the way I'm set up. That's just naturally how I'm set up. Put me in a room with anybody. My natural setup is to scope out and eliminate. Anyway, so, hey, what if it happens, Ebony, oh my God, you love the guy. He's so great. You know, he's like the head of his department, but you the president. I'm probably going to talk to the president from the company that we competing with. Simple. I don't, but that goes back.
Why do you eliminate, like, why do you make yourself to where it's like that's impossible for you?
Because that's what history showed me. The fuck.
What history?
My history. 100% of the niggas, 98% of them niggas did way better than.
But how many of that? How much has worked out for you?
They probably would have all worked out for me if I just get tired. But this is the thing. You keep saying this. I've been hoed by the 2% were bum fucking niggas. I've been hoed by a whole bunch of people. So, like, I know for sure for me, what would keep me interested in my marriage, what would keep me more sustained in my life, is if I talk to somebody who either makes as much money as me or more money than me. I'm not going to be, my natural instinct would not be interested.
Does that make you feel better if they cheated on you or whatever?
Wait, but so you're saying all men with money cheat?
Not saying all,
because
the majority of men.
I really can't go with that because I have a lot of friends who date broke niggas and they cheat on them too. So I mean, where are we going with that? Niggas
so
cheat.
You would rather be with somebody?
If we're talking about cheating, would I rather be cheated on with a nigga with money or a broke nigga? Of course, a nigga with money. The fuck? I know people throw that out a lot. Do I think?
But if that's all the choice that you want to give?
That's not all my choices, though. You just gave me that choice. That's not my choices. I'm not saying everyone cheats. I'm saying I'm not going to be talking to the nigga in the mailroom if I'm the VP. That's it. I'm not saying the VP cheating on me. I'm just saying I'm not talking to the nigga in the mailroom. And that's fine for me. Everybody, what works for everybody, works for everybody. I'm not judging nobody. I be with everybody. I bring gifts to weddings. I cackle. I crack jokes. I'm cool with it. I'm cool with whoever chooses what they choose. Get your life, sis. But I know my genetics, my DNA, my personality is not set up to make more money than my husband. I will belittle that motherfucker. I know I will. I know I will in a way that I'm in therapy about right now. So maybe in about 5 years, we can have this conversation and my therapist can figure out my issue. But like, people know, because I've had this conversation before and people try to make me feel bad. I'm like, because you want to talk to the mailroom nigga, not you. But if you want to talk to the mailroom, not trying to make you feel bad. No, not you. But I'm saying if you want to talk to the mailroom nigga, that's on you. My therapy session, my walk with the Lord ain't been that far yet. I can't do it. I will belittle the fuck out of somebody, and I don't want to put that type of
pressure on somebody.
Pressure on somebody. Pressure on me. Pressure. If we have kids, pressure on the kids. The kids feel that. Pressure on our life. Me coming home and I'm not happy because I'm like, I could be talking to the CEO when this nigga broke. I've literally watched a person belittle a person just like that. Legit power person talking to the CEO, flying across the country and the world, and then come home and be like, this nigga. I don't want to be that person. I've heard people tell stories. I married him because he was a good man. Yet you cheating on him because he's boring, because he's a quote unquote good man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to, and I guess because I'm older now, like back in the day when you watch marriages, it's different.
So we have this debate of a good man and, these other niggas, right? So you have a good man with money, and then you have a trash ass nigga with money. Who would you choose?
How do I know he a trash ass nigga? How do I know that one's a good nigga?
So you have a Future and you have a Russell Wilson.
I mean, of course you choose Russell Wilson, but how do you know? when I know Future's a trash. I would say Future's a trash ass nigga if I met a nigga like Future. If he told me he had 5 kids with 5 baby mamas, that would to me be like, the fuck you got going on? I'm not attracted to a nigga like Future. Future isn't my MO. Niggas like Future has never been my MO. Like ever.
And I'm not saying that part of.
But how do you Like, okay, I think you're trying. If I meet a dude, he's like, oh yeah, I got 5 baby mamas, sis. I'll be like, no, I'll pass. Of course, I'll pass on that. It's not. My whole being isn't about money, even though it sounds like it all the time. It sounds like it because people make. Because I always say I put a dollar amount on a lot of shit. I do, but I'm not gonna be abused and have a nigga just.
So if a nigga said, I got 5 kids for 5 different women, but
I'm not interested.
But
I'm already not interested.
But I make $250,000 a year.
That's not enough for you to have 5 kids. No, can you at least make millions and millions and have 5 kids?
Okay,
500,000. 500,000 is not a lie. I know people who make 500,000. That's not a lie. With 5 kids and child support, nigga, you cut down. We gotta do the math for that.
But they're not going to court for the child support.
All
they doing is paying for the kids.
All
they're doing is pay for the kids.
And if you paying for the kids, you paying damn near what child support telling you to pay. You a goddamn lie. If you got $500,000 and 5 baby mamas, you paying mortgages
3
and
baby
car
mamas.
notes. Still,
but they can afford it.
Still not amused. 3 baby mamas. Is it the same baby mama? We all dating in high school. Y'all happen to have 3 kids. It's a lot of equals. It's a lot of balances today. You trying to tie me down to a number in a situation. You can't tie me down to a number in a situation because every number in situation varies. I do not talk to niggas for straight money. I do not talk to niggas who hold me for money. I talk to people who are either on my level or better than my level, and that's really the guidelines to it all. And I don't like baby mamas.
So your level is a lot of money with no baby mama.
No, that's not the level either, because I don't mind people with kids because now I've ran into the age where people have kids. Now the question starts to be how many kids, and if there's multiple baby mamas, how do these kids range? I'm not offended, even though I didn't like the fact that last guy had a baby mama and three kids from her, but that showed more of a stability type of thing in a weird way. It was like, okay, I can see that. Versus a nigga who has 4 kids and 4 baby mamas and 2 of them damn near like Irish twins. So it's a lot of stuff that factors into it, but I know for sure.
So the guy that the airport guy, 3 kids,
1 baby mama.
Okay.
And they range from ages like 10 to 2.
Okay.
So that showed more of a stability situation. He had no outside kids. You know, that
what did he do?
What do you mean?
Like, what did he do?
Oh, he owned like his own like pool services where they remodel like pools for hotels.
Nice. Okay.
So yeah, they going. Blue, low key. Let's always have a conversation, kids. We have a tendency to think basketball, football, baller, lawyer, doctor. It's a lot of people in these like one-off fields that you think don't have money coming in. They have money coming in. And I learned that too because I got like some friends that do a business that I just was like, they make money and them niggas is rich. So just, count. It's not all about the ballers, the natural, the ballers that you think. Throw that out there. But no, to me, it's just, I believe in male and female roles in a way that I do want my husband to be the breadwinner. And that doesn't mean I want to be home not working. That means I just want my husband to be the breadwinner. I don't mind the domestication part, by any means. For me, and it don't have to be $100,000 billion more than me. I either want us to be even and we split the work around the house, or you make more than me and I still don't mind. And I genuinely don't mind motherhood and kids and cooking and families. I live for that type of shit. I live to be like that type of wife. So for me, you couldn't come home and not have it. And it'll be different if we met now and we had a game plan. I'm just not in a business to helping somebody get there in a space of like you 21, 22, and it's going to be a bunch of shit. Because I have a game plan. I can tell you my game plan. I can show you my game plan. The writing's on the writing's on the wall in my room. On a whole bunch of post-its like Mary Jane. So if I meet some guy, and I've met guys my age who had these plans and these ideas, it just didn't pan out. So it's not me, because I know it, I do like a coin. I know it comes across like a terrible tyrant, but you need, for me and the type of person, the way I'm set up, I don't mind the struggle to an extent, but it won't be the same struggle I would have gave you if I was 20 or 21. I'm turning 33 this year. The struggle changes at different ages. The struggle I'll give you right now is not the struggle I'm going to give you at 40 if I'm still single. The struggle I'll give you at 40 is not the struggle I'm going to give you at 55. It's certain struggles and certain things I'm not willing to sacrifice and do, because I have a very deep fear of running around with niggas with potential and shit, because that gets you fucked up. So I really, at this age, 32, and in a smooth month, I'm legit gonna be 33. It's just certain shit I will not do in the whole, oh, but he a male guy and he, want to build houses. That's, I need to see a plan. He a male guy. He gonna be a rapper.
Well, no, we're not talking about rappers. So what if he? Okay, so you made a good point.
If you in med school, different.
Listen. What if he was a male guy and he said, you know what? I'm good at building houses. I'm good at whatever, construction, whatever the fuck. But he just needs a solid person to give him that boost, that push, whatever, to go for whatever the fuck he needs to.
And this is why I want to be a second wife, because your first wife should have did that way. But
oh my God.
This is why, I really want to be a second wife anyway. So
let's get to our listeners.
All this is null and void. I want to be a second wife anyway. But even like with that, it's certain stuff, the way I'm raised and the way my mama raised us, if you're because I don't like dating younger anyway. If we're 33 and you're a male guy and you say I want to build houses, I'm gonna look at you like, why have you tried to get on? Like, that's not that hard to get on to a space to build houses. It's not.
But you think about how long has it taken you to get to where you wanted to be?
I mean, that's fine, and I'm okay with that. But with that being said, I still have a plan. You want to build houses.
He has a plan too.
Then build, like, you got to give me another occupation to build houses. I know a whole bunch of people that build houses. It ain't that hard to do that. It's Mexicans sitting at the Kroger's right now waiting to get picked up to help on a house. Like, I need you. I'm not good. I have been saying I want to be a second wife this whole goddamn podcast. For me personally, I know if you want to do something, you do it. If you're a male guy and you want to build houses, then you probably doing mail at night and you trying to find somewhere to be on. You doing little knick-knack stuff anyway.
Yeah.
If you just not doing, if I meet you at 33 and you're not even nowhere near pursuing your goal, it's a bit terrifying for me. And two, when you meet people who are trying to get to their goal, you need to be clear. A lot of people tell you how they're getting to their goal. A lot of people try to tell you what they want to do in life, but they're not even taking the steps to get to what they want to do with their life. At 33, if you want to build houses and you're working in the mailroom, that concerns me. It's not that hard to build houses. I know kids right now. I got some cousins right now in my grandma neighborhood who on roofs right now during the summertime and during spring break and stuff. So it's just certain occupations and things that really isn't as difficult. And I'm not, and that's my mom and me. My mom ain't got no patience for a lot of shit either. So I get it. And I'm to the point now, I don't make excuses for who I am as a person or what I want in a partnership or a relationship. I'm just not. I do know it's certain things I can tone down on, hence, hello therapy. So maybe in 5 years, after a couple of therapy sessions and laying on the sofa, I have a different opinion. But right now, no.
I think you would have a different opinion.
VP me still not gonna date the mailroom nigga. That's gonna be that.
I'm not saying that you would date a mailroom nigga. But I think that you would date somebody. I think the opposite.
No, my mama got divorced. My auntie got divorced. My grandma should have got a divorce. I can't relate.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is the person that you think that you need or want is not the person you're going to end up with.
No, and everyone who did the same exact comment you said had a fucking divorce. I don't think you understand.
But that's I'm not saying, I'm not coming from a point of I've married somebody that whatever. I'm saying for you, I think that the person that you think that you need for your life.
If y'all honestly think I'm gonna marry somebody, I'm making way more.
I'm not saying that you're gonna marry somebody that is broke or whatever.
Okay, well then this conversation's all a void. As long as you make more money.
I'm saying is that you're not going to marry the person you think that you are going to marry.
If you make more money than me, we're already in the right direction. So I'm already okay with this marriage.
But I don't think that you're gonna meet somebody that's gonna make more money than you.
When we gonna be even?
I think that you're gonna meet somebody that makes way less more money than you.
Nah, you can keep. I'm telling you now. Then I will just not be married. Like I'm letting you know now. I know you're underestimating my personality. You underestimating what I do.
See, you're underestimating God.
No, but that's your prayer. My prayer for me ain't that prayer. So the God that know me know what I need, and that ain't asking you shall receive. I believe what my grandma told me, good sis. I just won't. I mean, that's cute for y'all, and I like it. But all the conversations I've had, everything I've seen, for me personally, and it's not even about me making $1 billion more than me. It's certain things I need in a man.
You're going to be richer than the person that you're with.
I'm not, because I'm not going to look at nobody who making less than me. I'm telling you now.
I guarantee you. I guarantee you're going to be richer than the person that you are.
That's cute, but even
Ebony, you're going to be richer than the person that you're going to be with.
I ain't never taking my wallet when I'm talking to a nigga. I just can't relate.
You don't have to, sis.
Can't relate to y'all.
He's gonna do it for you.
No,
he's gonna do it for you.
No,
girl.
That's great that you think that. Never.
I sense it. Mm-hmm. You are going to marry somebody that is going to make so much. It's not even dramatically less than you. It's just you.
I didn't say, but I told you. I said that I didn't care if I made less, but I'm not making. You said 500,000 to 100,000. Okay. I'm telling you that's not fucking happening. Period.
You are going to.
That's weird.
Significantly more than the person that you're going to end up with.
Nah.
I guarantee you.
You really don't. I mean, we do this podcast, but you don't know me well. Go talk to my friends from high school. I don't play that shit.
That's fine. But I can and I would like this to be on record. And it is on record. And I can't wait till that day till we can replay this back.
It's cute.
Because this is going to be something that I bet.
That's cute.
I bet.
That y'all prayers is different to God than mine. Yeah, God bless y'all. Different. This girl, I can't, because y'all be sending double letters to both places, and I be confused which letter was which letter. I got a letter in IG, but I couldn't understand it. I'm going to read it again.
We got a letter, but that was confusing.
Okay, we're going to try this one, because that one, I'm going to have to read it again. I'm going to have to actually respond and be like, can you break that down again, good sis? Because she told one story and said that wasn't a question. I was just like, I got lost in that story. How am I going to read the second story, good sis? I just don't get it. But this week, this Moesha diary, this probably about to be confusing. I read through this, confusing too. This week, Moesha's diary, we're going to give her to Marseille Martin. Y'all know Marseille Martin is, I can't even think of her name. She on Blackish. Diane. There you go. Diane Johnson on Blackish. She's my Woman Crush Wednesday because she has a new movie coming out. It's called Little. She is the youngest EP in Hollywood at 14 years old. The movie is kind of like a remake of the movie Big that had Tom Hanks, that was directed by Penny Marshall. As we know, Penny Marshall died in last year, December. She is also the director of The Preacher's Wife, which is my favorite ever Christmas movie. So, Marseille remade Big, and Big basically was some kid wishing he can be an adult. So in the process, Marseille was watching it with her family and decided to remake it, and she decided to make it where she made the adult become little. So I think it comes out this Friday, or it might be next Friday, but I think it's this Friday. But it stars Regina Hall, who I think is super duper funny. It stars Issa Rae, who I love from Insecure, and Marsai Martin. Go check it out because I really feel like it's this Friday. So that is my Black History facts. Marsai Martin is now the youngest EP executive producer in Hollywood. Shout out to her. She's great in Blackish. I feel like Blackish tried to like slow her character down because it was like a season, like season 2 and kind of like 3. That goddamn Diane was the girl. But okay, so Marsai Martin says, "Hey girlies, I need a different perspective. Going back to the podcast about going too far. I'm not sure if I'm in the wrong or something I said. Deep breath. I met a guy. We're in the military while I was in Germany for 2 months for work. After a month, we finally consummated," and she put that in quotations, laugh out loud. "He told me that he prayed for me." She also put that in quotations, and said that he wanted to make things work for when we got back to the States. I felt a connection and was willing to move. Slowly, the communication started to decrease. I would hit him up on WhatsApp. What's that? What's that?
WhatsApp.
I'm old. I hit him up on WhatsApp/video call, and he would have an excuse as to why he couldn't talk. He had to work or he was sleepy/sleep. Cool. It's the military and the time zones are different. I understand. But one time I called and he was on video chat with his son and couldn't talk. So I did the math. It's 9 o'clock his time, but at 9 o'clock his time, I was spread eagle while I was in Germany. So okay. So I was replied, "You're lying," laugh out loud. He didn't like that and went ghost on me. I explained why I responded the way I did, that I didn't think the time added up because men are creatures of habit. They are, sis. I attached his response after my explanation. Please help me understand if I'm wrong or help me understand how I should interact with dudes with kids. How do I get over my trust issue, or was I being justified? And she actually connected the text message. So is this his? I'm sorry, did she say this was his text message or hers? I explained. She attached his response. So this is what he said after.
All that?
Yeah.
Oh
okay.
My God.
Okay, so I've needed a couple of days to kind of gauge this and this nigga came real. Okay, so the nigga said, and she put this nigga name in it. And sis,
Terrell. His name's Terrell.
We're not gonna.
Sounds like a Terrell.
I'm not gonna say his name.
Tyrone.
I'm trying to
Byron.
I'm trying to blow up.
His name is Byron.
I'm trying to blow up this picture, good sis.
His name is Byron.
He got a red cap on and some tattoos.
Let me see.
Good sis, that military money good. Good sis.
Byron. I was close. I was close.
Okay, so I needed a couple of days to gauge. I think it's been gauge wrong. But okay, so I needed a couple of days to kind of gauge this and figure some shit out. Aside from the last episode of attitude I've been displaying, I feel like I've been consistent in my messages to you, and I wanted to be with you. I've been understanding of the job and the time and the distance, which you've been skeptical of from the jump. And I also have to fight your doubt and skepticism in me. I haven't lied to you or treated you wrong, and yet from time to time it's like I'm the bad guy. It's doing bad. And it's more frustrating when I'm trying and working against the grain for the struggles that are about to take place or have been taking place because of the distance. IDK, if I should keep doing this with 100% faith in me, because that's what it's boiling down to. Girl, that nigga fucking with somebody. I read all that to tell you that nigga was fucking with somebody. And if you was, let me tell you something. Niggas are creatures of habit. I say this about the good morning text. Every time somebody throws off that good morning text, that's how I know they're losing interest or they fucking with somebody else or something's going down. Niggas literally put you on a schedule. And the second they take you off their schedule is when shit is going left. So if at 9 o'clock when you was in Germany, that's when you was busting it wide open, trust me, at 9 o'clock in Germany, he not on the phone with his son, sis. Sorry.
I don't know. I would beg to differ because I know that sometimes guys, so this is what I've heard, is that when guys tend to start falling and this is not for everybody, this is for a small percentage, that when they start to fall in love, they start acting funny. They start doing things differently. Like, they can do all these things according to whatever, right? And then all of a sudden, shit changes. And a friend of mine told me that it's because they're starting to develop feelings that they don't know that they have. Because, again, guys are creatures of habit. And then when they start liking you or developing deeper feelings for a female, they tend to act differently. And I've been on the reciprocating end of that, and I've questioned that, where like, okay, well, guys, he's acting different, whatever, so he must not have interest in me. But turns out that he really does have interest in me, but he just is feeling different. But in this particular case, because it was a lot of wah, 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 guy, he's in the military, blah, 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 he's trash. So, just saying.
Okay. Good sis. Wait till you get back to the States.
Leave him alone. Leave him alone.
If them military niggas.
Leave him alone. Does he have a charger? Does he have a charger?
Them military niggas really do be a mess.
Yes, he's trash.
I've been messed with military niggas before. You know, if you marry the military niggas, them good benefits though, FYI. And they get more, never mind. Well, a discussion for another day. But, I mean, I will be done. That's me though. That's me, Marseille. But, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. You know where to catch me, Natoya Ebony, on all social media, Recovering Party Girls, on everything except Twitter. Twitter is at Party Girls Pod. You can catch Adriana at Miss Clue _ in the city. I'll be helping the Beauty and the Beard show do their live show May 4th. I'll have more details on that for you guys. Don't forget, you can catch our merch at Teespring. Get your life, good sis. We shall see you next week.